Hello friends, myself Deepali Patil, Assistant Professor from MEP Samaj Karmavir Advocate Baburao Ganpatrao Thakre College of Engineering. Today we will see about the electronics product design subject. Now in this subject we are today we will see about the introduction to electronic product design which is related to unit 1 for this subject. The objective of the today's session is to study the importance of electronics product design and to classify the product into different categories. And third one is the to analyze different stages in electronic product development. Now, what is the main importance for this electronics product design subject? Actually, in the there are different companies which are manufacturing companies where there is a assembly of the components of the product or the manufacturing of that particular product is to be taken. Now, whenever any product is designed for that particular product, any product is having the different components. That components are interconnected with each other. So whenever we design any product, there is a interconnection between that components, and also there is an interaction between the user and the your product. So generally there are different companies which are manufacturing, which assembles the product and manufacture the products, but there is a lacking of the designing of that particular product. So to improve that one, to enhance the designing of the product, this subject is introduced into our syllabus. That is the main importance of the electronics product designing. So actually it is a systematic and control approach to design any product that we have to see in this subject. So then next objective is we have to see the different categories of the product. That means their classification and different stages which are involved for development of the electronic product. Now whenever we design any product, it is having the different aspects. That aspects are like the customer. That is the customers or the user is actually a heart of any product. So if you because according to the requirement of the customer or need of the customer, we have to design any product. So the customers are very important. So customer specifications include their requirements, then questionnaires or surveys, then the materials of the product, either natural or man-made, or the another smart material is required. Ergonomics of the product, which is related to size and form of the product and also related to human factors. Then cost, that is the manufacturing cost, purchasing cost. Another aspect is the environment, where we have to use that particular product, whether it is recyclable and efficient. Then the functions, that is the what is the purpose of that particular product. Then the culture, that is the values and beliefs about that particular product. Then the fashion, whether that product is modern product is required or the nostalgia product is required. That is the another aspect. Next one is the aesthetics, which is related with the color, shape or form of the product. Then the company or identity, which is related with the images like logos, style or slogans, or the reliability and quality of that particular product. Then industrial production, so that particular product is a single item or it is a batch or a continuous one or it is a just one time product is there. So that the different aspects are related to any product we can take. Generally in our everyday life we are using the many electronic products. So whenever we want to design that particular product, we there is a need to study what is the designing requirement to develop that particular product. So we have to see these different aspects of the product designing and development. So basically any electronic product is classified into the three categories depending on the applications of that particular product. First category is the consumer products. For example, mobile phones, refrigerators, that are the consumer products. So here if you consider these products, their reliability is good and the cost is also less. Then ergonomics and aesthetic point of view means safety and look of the product. Safety is less important compared to the look. Look is very much important in case of the consumer product because the customers are attracted mostly by the look of the product. Then life of the product should be high. Maintenance should be less for this consumer product because if the products are damaged, sometimes they are through. We have to reuse the another product. We can't use that product, so we have to buy the another new product. So the maintenance should be minimum. Operating temperature range is 0 to 70 degrees Celsius for the consumer products. Next, second type is the industrial products. So these are the products which are used in the industries like industrial boiler, AM or FM transmitters. For the industrial products, the reliability is high compared to the consumer products. Then cost of the industrial products is also high compared to the consumer product. For the industrial products, safety of the operator is most important compared to the look of the industrial product. Life should be high, it should be long, because if the product's life is less, then it will not give the as per the required output from the industry. So the life should be high. Maintenance or the repair should be less for the industrial product, because if the product is damaged frequently, any component in the product damaged frequently, then it is not very useful for the industry point of view. So the maintenance requirement should be less. Operating temperature is between minus 25 degrees Celsius to 85 degrees Celsius. Third category is the military products. Generally, these products are used in the harsh environment. The reliability of the military products is very high compared to the previous two. Cost is also very high compared to the previous two products. The safety of operator is most important compared to the aesthetic or look of the product. Life of these products should be very high, and the maintenance repairs should be minimum, because in this product if any component is damaged, then it is generally impossible to repair them at the field site. So the maintenance should be very less for these products. The temperature ranges from minus 55 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius. Next, there are different stages in the product design. Now, whenever we develop any product, we have to go through these different stages. Generally, for any product, these are the stages in generally involved for the development of that particular product. First step is the identification of the customer's requirement. Now, whenever we are designing any product, we should know which product we have to design. So, for that purpose, we have to get the requirements from the customers or the user. So, you have to identify the requirements or needs or the desire or wish of the customers, what they want. So, that requirement should be obtained from the users. Generally, these requirements of the users is obtained by the marketing or sales department of the company. So there is a communication between users and this department, so that they will get the company will get the idea about the requirements of the user about the products. So that is the main first step for the identification of the customer's requirement. Then next one is the design on paper or R&D design prototype. Now here, after getting the requirements from the user, the designer team will get the product on paper. They will design a product specifications. According to specification, they will design a product on paper and they produce the R&D prototype. Now on this R&D prototype, the different testings will be performed on that product, that on that prototype. And if that prototype get the required results from that testing as per the requirements or as per the specifications, then that will be acceptable by the designer team. That is called as the R&D prototype. And if the requirements are not obtained as per the specification, then they have to make the changes into the that product. So that is called as the engineering prototype. So in that engineering prototype, they have to perform the changes as required from the previous testing. So they make the changes in the design and then they again test that product. If it satisfies the requirements as per the specification, then that product will be passed by the designer team. That is the engineering prototype. After getting the requirements as per the specification and this engineering prototype, it will then given to the production department for the producing that particular product. Next one is the establish the techno commercial feasibility. That means what? It is nothing but the feasibility of that particular product, whether it is technically feasible. The requirements which are obtained from the users, whether they are technically feasible and commercially affordable to the users or not, that will be obtained by this step. So the once the users get we get the requirements from the users, that will be converted into the technical specifications, and then the costing of that particular product will be getting by providing the specification according from the R&D or the designer team, that will give the idea about the different components which are required, the specification and costing. That is, bill of material generally given to the costing department. Then costing department will decide that particular costing of that product, and then that is communicated to the users through the quotations. So in that quotations, from that quotations, users will or customers will get the idea about the costing of that product. If the customer is agree with that product, then the procedure is there for the mass production or the production of that particular product, and then it is customer will give you the purchase order to the company. So in that purchase order, generally it includes the different components, their specifications, their makes, then the price per quantity, then also it may include the taxes. So the overall costing will be obtained by considering the different taxes, then the manufacturing cost, labor cost, all that parameter will be considered, and then final cost will be obtained by the costing department, and then that is called as the selling price, and then that will be the whenever the product will be in market, then that will be called as the selling price for the product. So here the that particular product should be techno commercial feasible from the customer point of view, so that will be checked in this way. Then that product is given to the different testing of technical and functional specifications. So whenever the product is here engineering prototype, we had already seen that whenever that product is developed for the then the different testing will be performed in the technical point of view and functional point of view. Means technical point of view means whether it is satisfied the given specifications according to the requirement or not, that will be tested by performing the different testing. And also the functions or operations which are required by that particular product, that will be obtained or not, that will be tested here by performing the different test in the product. They may be maybe either in company or they may be either in the field, that depend on the application. Next will be is the pilot production batch. Now in the pilot production batch, it is the batch of 5 to 10 units, that depends on the complexity of the product. So it is the 5 to 10 units product batch. It is prepared by the production department. Then that production department again perform the different testing. After getting this pilot production batch from the production department and performing the testing, it is again given to the environmental testing. Now in this environmental testing, the different parameters, environmental parameters that affect the maybe that may affect the functioning of the product, that will be tested here. So in this pilot production batch testing for the environment, if it satisfy the requirement as per the specification, if it gives the results as per the specification, then only it will be passed, otherwise not. Then again, if it gives any error into the required specification, so if the result is having some faulty result, then we have to perform the changes into the designing of that particular pilot production batch. So again we have to perform the repeated iteration in the previous steps. So that iterations we have to make till we are getting the required results as per the specifications. So if there are number of iterations are required to get the required results, then that may affect the techno commercial feasibility of the product. So the iterations required should be less. So once this testings gives you the final result as per the requirement of the specification, then that pilot production batch will be approved. Then it is approved by the designer and production team. Then it is given to the quality assurance department. So this quality assurance department is generally the final authority for the product approval. In this department, it will take any one unit from the pilot production batch, and then that department will perform the all the testings on that particular unit. If that unit satisfies the on or it gives the results as per the required specification, then only that product will be passed for the production. So Then it is given to the production department for the mass production of the product. Generally, this is the main final quality authority for the product design. And last one is the documentation. Now, in the documentation of the product, there are different documentation are there. Generally, from the R&D department, that R&D department prepares the bill of material. In that bill of material, you might know the bill of material. In the bill of material, it gives the how many components are used, what are the different components are used, their specifications or their make, then the price of the component, particular component, and then total costing that will be provided in the bill of material. So R&D department will provide that bomb to the production department and the quality assurance department and the costing department also. Then another documentation is also there, like the quotations, purchase orders. Then the for the different tests, the results which are obtained from the different tests that also be recorded in the documentation form. So that if uh, after in future after the whenever the product is going into the market, or if any failure occurs, then to rectify the problems in that particular product, that document is referred properly. So these are the different stages we have seen about the development of the product. So these stages are very important for the designing point of view for the any product. Thank you.